emojis, though.
They sure are. And welcome back to the Guardian Project podcast Commander Stream. I am your host, Mike.
And I'm your other host, Andy.
And we're the Guardian Project podcast. We record Commander gameplay weekly and release new podcast episodes every week. You can find them wherever you find your podcast currently. And tonight we are joined by two amazing guests. So for the first time ever on the stream, please welcome Chris, aka Commander Mechanic. Welcome.
Hey, thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone who doesn't know who you are and where they can find you?
Well, hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic. You can find my link tree in chat, but you can find me everywhere that content is made. And I mean just about everywhere content is made. From YouTube to TikTok to Twitter and everywhere in between. I'm happy to be here. I mean, like we mentioned before we kicked off, we have been orbiting each other for a while.
For so long.
So I'm glad to finally get in and get to jam a game. And I do want to do a little bit of an intro of what we're looking at before we kick things off.
Yeah.
I am playing my Baeloth Barrityl modular deck. I've chosen 3 different backgrounds that swap in with a core of 50 cards. So these are each 50 card packages. Okay. And at the start of the game, I get to choose what kind of game I want to play. My opponents, my pod mates get to choose what kind of game we want to play or don't want to play as well. And it kind of gives you the feeling of having 3 different decks with one commander, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I played Criminal Past on stream last night. So how does everybody feel about either Raised by Giants or Noble Heritage as a background?
I would really like to see either and both of them, because these are the two backgrounds I did not pick for my own Baeloth deck. So, but the other two I was looking at, so I'm very curious to see how they play. But I have no preference, I guess.
All right.
So the Raised by Giants makes your commander what, a 10-10?
10-10, that's right.
10-10, and the Noble Heritage is your commander has other creatures enter with +1/+1 counters? Is that what that one is?
So this is when my commander enters the battlefield or at the beginning of my upkeep, each player may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature they control.
Okay.
If they do, I have protection from them until the end of my next turn.
Oh, that feels so much. What is that card that does that? Orzhov Advocus, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very much turning your commander into that. It definitely makes for a bit more of an interactive game, especially with a commander that's trying to get people to not interact with you.
Right.
So maybe we'll go with Noble Heritage game 1.
Yes.
And
good
all right.
if we're okay with the game 2, we'll go with Raised by Giants.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
That'll be fun. Well, thank you very much, Chris. But we're also joined for the second time, if you were watching us over a year ago when we were streaming, by Dana Roach. Dana, welcome to the stream.
Thank you very much for having me back on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you in all of your various locations?
You can find me on the EDH Recast. We have episodes that come out on YouTube and on podcast apps on Fridays. You can hear me on my other show, Commander Central. Those episodes come out on Monday. And I write sporadically, I guess is how I would phrase it at this point, for EDH Rec and Commander's Herald. Basically, if I have an idea, I'll write an article and send it to them. And if I don't worry about it too much.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you are playing tonight, Dana?
I am playing a Selesnya Dragon deck. I figured Tarkir had been out long enough I could actually, consider making a commander from that set. It was far enough in the past. No, I had a Sigarda Enchantress deck for a long time. It was one of my oldest decks.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I felt like the last 3 or 4 sets between Kamigawa and a few things, it had there's too many Enchantress tools. It became kind of almost not fun. And it was because Sigarda had X-Proof, she tended to play kind of solitaire anyway. Once I got rolling, it just wasn't, I just kind of grew tired of it and didn't like the archetype anymore either. So I had this land base and everything basically set aside the removal spells for a Selesnya deck. And I'm like, well, what commander could I build in Selesnya that I haven't really seen before? And we had talked about Dramoka on a Commander Central show. had talked about doing a Voltron deck with it, but decided like, oh, Selesnya Dragon sounds stupid. There's not, you're pretty limited in white green dragons, so that's a roadblock I have to deal with. I like having to build around limitations, so I put it together and just got the cards for it. Basically, I just finished it this week.
Awesome. We'll look forward to seeing it. My name is Mike Coyle. You could find me on Twitter at WormCoilEngine. And then obviously I'm one half of the Guardian Project podcast. You can check that out. Tonight I am playing a brand new deck. This is my Wyll Blade of Frontiers and with background Shameless Charlatan dice rolling deck. This includes every card that fits in this color combination that cares about dice rolling, along with about 15 other cards. So I'm looking forward to lucking into a win. There is actually an infinite combo in here, so outside of dice rolling, I decided to put clones that didn't care whether or not the creature was legendary or not that you're cloning, to try to make as many copies of Wyll as possible, because rolling even more dice to have even more odds is great. There's a statistically infinite combo with either Wyll or Pixie Guide with Delina Wild Mage swinging, and then an infinite combo with Cursed Mirror and Astral Dragon, a brand new card.
That's a new one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, so
right.
So we will have ways to win the game in case dice rolling ends up being a mechanic that wasn't meant to actually win a game of Magic. Andy.
I'm Andy Flory on Twitter at Andy Flory. It's not very unique. It's just my name. The other half of the Guardian Project podcast, I also write occasionally some articles for Commander's Herald. Tonight I'm playing Tivit, Seller of Secrets, so I am going to be playing a voting deck. I don't have an Esper deck. The only Esper deck that I had before was it was the other Sphinx. The Sphinx that cared about odd mana values.
Yennet?
Yennet. Yeah, so I played Yennet before, and I played that, I don't know, a handful of times, and it wasn't my jam. It wasn't my jam, so I took it apart. So we're gonna see if if voting is the way that I want to go. It's a fairly parasitic mechanic. There's not a whole lot of variety, so you're kind of running them all. So I am looking forward to seeing how this plays. I haven't seen one in the wild yet, so we're gonna see if I can sway with my politics tonight.
I think there's like a total of 10, if that, voting cards in those colors.
It's not a lot, and some of them aren't that great. Some are like creatures get -2/-2, or your opponents discard 2 cards. I was like, it does the thing, I guess, against a token deck, but it's not that powerful. So I am running Expropriate, the worst and the most menacing of them all. So watch out when everybody gives me 4 turns.
Yeah,
5 if I have my commander out. Who knows?
Now, before we begin, we want to make sure you check out the links in the show notes below. If you're looking for Decklists, if you're looking for our social media accounts, don't forget to check that out. We have Mulligan, but we actually have not rolled to see who's going first. So why don't we go ahead and do that 2d6 and see who comes out on top.
I got a 9.
I got a 5.
I got a big 5.
Ten. It's Dana.
And I just want to say, Dana and Max, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it.
You bet. Oh, hey, did Max show up too?
If this is Max's account of Max041003, or it could be a different Max.
I think that is a different Max.
Thank you, different Max.
Thank you, different Max, right? I think was Max on a few weeks back?
Max was.
Yeah.
Yes. We got to see an old Nabon deck a few weeks ago.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. He had just finished that.
And he managed to, spoiler if you haven't watched the VOD, it's what is the enchantment that you tap your lands to make treasures?
Oh, that brain.
Oh, yeah, the
Something
bootlegger
stop-
stash.
Yeah, bootlegger stash.
Yeah, Smuggler's yeah.
Smuggler's-
Smuggler's stash.
It made its way out onto the battlefield. It was pretty cool.
Dana, did you already roll 2d6 for See Who Goes First?
He got 10. He's first.
10.
Oh, Dana, you were going first. I need to write that down. Chris, you are playing with the background. Can you remind me the name of the background? Noble Heritage?
Noble Heritage, yes.
And, I have a keepable hand, so I'm good to go whenever y'all.
All right.
Wonderful.
I'm good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All good.
Have fun, everybody.
Yes.
Good luck.
Well, everyone who is playing green, you now have forests.
Nice.
All right.
I also have forests, even though I'm not playing green.
All the forests for everyone, and I will play this hardened scales, and I will pass.
I thought you were gonna play a creature with forest walk.
That's a really good start when your opponent is giving you +1/+1 counters through the game.
Yeah, that's true. Good. That's a good point.
I will play Temple of Epiphany as my land for turn. I will scry one, and that will be the end of my turn. I have no idea if I actually want that card or not.
All right. I will draw, and I will play this Esper Panorama, and I will pass.
We'll leave that card on top for the record.
All right, I'm going to play the Spectator Seeding. Even though you are all my friends, you're technically my opponents, so it's going to enter untapped, and I'll pass it.
All right.
Writing Baeloth's full commander name for my tracking spreadsheet, that's quite a few letters together I wouldn't expect.
Yeah, right. The double R's, the TYLs. Yeah, it's a lot. I have misspelled it a whole lot lately.
I will also play a Noble Heritage, though not for my command zone.
All right.
And
Excellent.
I will pass the turn.
Tap, draw. I will play a Reliquary Tower as my land for turn, and I'll tap 2 to cast my commander, Wyll, Blade of Frontiers. So if I roll 1 or more dice, I instead roll that many dice +1, and whenever I roll a die, I put a +1/+1 counter on Wyll. Pass the turn.
Okay. All right. I will draw for turn. I will play this Sea of Clouds. I do have 2 more opponents as well, so it's going to come in untapped. And then I will pay 2 mana for a Swiftfoot Boots.
Nice.
And then I'll pass.
Okay. All right, we're gonna drop this Plains, and I will cast my Noble Heritage,
Nice.
and I'll pass.
All right.
I'm being
Shout out
told
to,
I'm a little
to
quiet.
be in chat, Mr. Bevers in chat, who is following me around just to razz me
B.
in every stream that he can.
I will play a Reliquary Tower as well. I'll play a Jade Orb of Dragonkind, and I will pass.
Oh my gosh, that works so well with Dramoka.
Untap and draw.
We just got to do a draft last weekend of Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, and there were 2 dragon decks, and literally both were so supported with the number of dragons that they needed.
Yeah.
I played the pre-release, and I had the Teamer Dragon was my commander, and
Nice.
people just kept passing me orbs. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take every one of these orbs.
Yeah.
Dana really pondered those orbs.
Yeah. Well, and I had no removal. I kept not getting it, but I'm like, I'll just keep throwing dragons at people. Like I can play more dragons than they can play removal was my plan.
That does it.
I'm gonna tap 2. I don't know what my Exotic Orchard could tap for right now. It's just red. Can it tap for blue? It can tap for blue. Okay, red or blue.
I have blue.
So I'm good there. I'm gonna cast a Bucknard's Ever Full Purse. So this is,
Bucknard.
an
Dice
artifact where I can pay 1 and tap it to roll a d4 and create a number of treasure tokens equal to the result, and the player to my right gains control of Bucknard's Ever Full Purse.
Pretty sure I got called a Bucknard in grade school.
I am going to pay 1, and I am going to tap Bucknard's. Oh, wait, I could do this at any time. Wait, do I care? If I get 4 treasures, am I going to do something with them? Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, I'm going to pay 1, and I am going to activate Bucknard's Ever Full Purse. And since I have Wyll, I'm going to roll 2 d4s and take the highest result. I rolled a 2 and a 3, so I will make 3 treasures.
Hey, I'm surprised you got 2 D4s just lying around.
Actually, I put
No
out.
kidding.
I have 3 sets of D&D dice that I got out just for this game, so I'm pretty excited about this deck. And then this will go to the player to my right, which will be Dana.
All right.
So Dana, you have a Bucknard's Ever Full Purse.
Look up how that.
Anything else, Mike?
With 3 treasures, I'm just gonna pass. Or no, I'm sorry. This gets a +1/+1 counter. Will, and I'm gonna swing with my commander somewhere. Where am I
Oh,
swinging?
yeah. Yeah, that was
I'm
our
gonna.
last turn.
You know what, Dana? You've got 3 permanents out, so I'm gonna swing my 2 power commander at you.
I will take that too.
Yes, actually 4 permanents because you have a Bucknard's Ever Full Purse now too.
That's true, I do.
All right, and that will be the end of my turn. Go ahead, Andy.
Okay, untap, and I will draw for turn. And then I will play a Vault of Champions, again, untapped because I have 2 or more opponents. And I'm going to pay 3 mana, and I'm going to drop a Ghostly Prison out.
Ooh,
And then I will pass.
that's helpful.
Yeah.
You know, your commander might get big. I don't know. There's two
it's
Voltron
true.
ejects happening right now. So
I say I'm glad I'm not go wide. I only gotta pay 2 mana. That's okay.
All right.
sure. And then I pass over to Chris.
Yeah. I'm going to play a mountain, and I'm going to pass from there.
Okay.
Instant speed Boros deck. What is this? Feather?
Oh no, I got sleeves and I got tricks in them.
Uh-oh.
I don't have sleeves. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
I wore a tank top and I cut the grass, and my shoulders, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, that's
I am
red.
So burned right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you see
no.
that? Oh,
I
it's so
can.
bad. Forgot the sunscreen, and then it was 2 hours later, and I said, well, here we are.
So I will play my commander,
Yeah.
who will get a counter from the Jade Orb, which
Yeah.
will become 2 counters.
Yep.
And then Noble Heritage will trigger.
Yeah.
I might as well take those counters as well.
I'm also gonna take those counters. And
Protection from
I
myself.
think I'm the only one with a creature, so
Yeah, I won't take those counters. It's
Yes.
okay.
I won't. I'm not going to take
we're
them
on a
either.
team now, Dana.
Excellent. And my commander has hexproof until next turn, and I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Wonderful. You don't have an open mana for that Bucknards or anything, do you?
I do not. Otherwise, I would have used it.
All right.
That's a shame.
Draw for turn. Yes.
I
What a
keep up
shame.
that Bucknard's mana.
Hey, Bucknard's mana is important mana to keep up. And also I like saying Bucknard's mana.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's play a mountain as my land for turn. What's something fun that I have in my hand? That's something fun in my hand. I think. Yeah. Okay, we'll do 4 mana. So I don't actually own that. 4 mana to cast a Djinn Windseer. Flying 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, roll the d20. On a 1 through 9, I scry 1. On a 10 through 19, I scry 2. And on a 20, I'll scry 3. So I get to roll 2 d20s for this. And I roll a 1 and a 12. So the 12, I will keep that and scry 2.
Okay.
And then tick up that will too.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna put one.
Yes, you will.
I'll put 1 card on top and 1 card on the bottom. Yeah, Wyll is gonna go up to 4 +1/+1 counters.
Oof.
So Will's a 5 power creature now.
Boom.
That happened a
And-
lot faster than I expected.
Well, the 2
Yeah.
+1/+1 counters from Noble Heritage was helpful.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
And
you're saying Will's pretty big, but Dana's sitting on a 10/10.
yeah,
Dramoka.
that's true. And actually, I think I'm just going to sit back. I'm gonna sit back and pass.
Okay. Untap, and I will draw for turn. I will play an island, and then I will play for 4 mana this Teferi's Ageless Insight.
Oh, love
That'd be
it.
a lot of card draw.
Yeah. And then after that, I pass.
Okay. I'm just gonna draw. Nothing on tap. I'm gonna play this treasure vault, and I'm going to cast a Felidar Retreat.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. No, my commander's not out, so Noble Heritage isn't doing anything just yet. Yeah. Felidar Retreat, and I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. I will untap, and I believe Noble Heritage.
Beginning of
Beginning of your upkeep. I mean, listen, I'm no reason not to put some more counters on him.
Is it not?
I'm with
Never-
you. I'm with you, Dana.
All right.
I am not. I'm gonna continue to put nothing on nothing.
Although,
Yeah,
although
same.
that means your creature can get in at me right away.
That creature is 13 already. What the? Oh my god!
It's
and it's
gonna
gonna
get
be
3 more counters on
15.
attack too, isn't it?
2, right? 2
Yeah,
for
it'll,
both.
it'll,
Oh,
it'll get 2, but it'll get 1 more from the hardened scale. So yeah.
it's gonna be 18.
Right?
Yep.
On the first swing. That is a lot.
That is a lot. I mean, dragons be swole.
Yeah.
I feel bad swinging at somebody with this monstrosity.
Don't
I
feel
mean,
bad. Don't
right.
feel
But
bad.
I'm-
It's
but I'm-
Voltron.
but I'm-
That's what you gotta do.
but I'm going to. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Chris, I'm gonna swing at you.
Okay. You got an attack trigger.
I get an attack trigger, yes. So you are gonna take a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's 18 damage. Is that?
It's gonna be 18. No, it's gonna be
There's 16.
16. Yeah,
16.
okay.
Okay, I was off by 2.
All right.
only
Okay.
16. Could have way
I-
worse.
Just 16.
Casual
Oh my
16.
It's 16
little
commander
bit.
damage as well. So
That's
I mean,
true.
like,
Minor 16. Yeah.
I'm dead next turn.
And I will pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. So you left up all of your mana too.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you
Uh-oh.
did. I noticed that. I don't know if you noticed that, but I noticed.
That was just a misplay. I mean,
It had
listen,
to
what are
be.
you gonna do?
It had to be.
Sometimes you make mistakes. You have to learn from those mistakes.
I've
and
never
I have
heard
to
of
learn.
I've never heard of instant speed things in green or white, so that's obviously the only thing.
Yeah.
That's this card I'm holding does damage equal to a dice roll, and I don't think I'm gonna kill Dramoka with it.
Oh.
He's a really impressive dice roll.
Yeah, it would be. No, I don't even think it's possible anymore. No, it's not possible anymore because it's not a D20. It's less than.
Oh,
a D20.
then yeah, no. I'm glad this Dramoka is the menace of the table right now, because that is didn't have that on my bingo card this year. The last time we played with Dana, it was your, is it Adeline? Adelise? Do you still have that wizard deck?
I do, yes. I have switched it to it was Adelise, now it's Kedison Crom, but it's the same
Oh.
deck, plays the same way.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Great.
I am going to pay 2 mana to cast Shameless Charlatan. So this gives commander creatures I control pay 2 and a blue. This creature becomes a copy of another target creature. I have 5 mana left after that. I will just spend 1 of it to
destroy
cast.
Dramoka.
I wish. I wish. No, I'm gonna cast a spiked pit trap. Oh, that
Nice.
has flash. I don't even know why I'm casting it now, but I'm gonna cast it now anyways, because everyone knows I have it, and I won't have the mana to activate it anyway. So you can pay 5 to tap it and sacrifice it and roll a d20. On a 1 through 9, it deals 5 damage to the target creature. On a 10 through 20, it deals 5 damage to that creature and create a treasure token.
Okay.
I am going to move through combat. I'm not going to declare any attacks or anything, and move to my end step.
Okay. Untap. I will draw for turn. Let's see. I'm not really drawing creatures, so not any that are going to do much right now. So I'm going to play an Arcane Sanctum tapped, and then I will pay 4 mana for the cutest displacer kitten you've ever seen.
Oh no.
There we go.
Yay.
And then I pass the turn.
Okay.
I mean, tapping out for Displacer Kitten's not that bad. Tapping out for Displacer Kitten not followed by G-Probe is not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything to bounce right now that really matters, so.
That's fair. You can't target your own lands with it, right?
Play this plains and make a cat.
Non-land permanent. Yeah,
2/2
non-land
cat.
permanent.
Cat.
Cat beast. We have just multiply the number of cats that were in this
We
game.
got cats. They're multiplying.
I'm going to pass the turn with all of my mana untapped. Oh no!
Oh no! That's just so you can sack that treasure vault, though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I might as well try the Bucknard's Purse here for the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a 1d4? I do not have a 1d4.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
Excellent.
Yeah, right.
I got 3 of them. Okay, I'll roll this. You got 3 treasures.
I will take that. 3 treasures sounds decent.
All right,
I will then spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave me with 1 treasure left. And cast a Return of the Wild Speaker.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna respond to that.
I figured if someone had a response, I might as well get it out here.
We're gonna try and warp some chaos and see if we can't get rid of Dramoka.
On your cat beast.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get rid of the giant flying elephant in the room.
You will successfully do that.
I'm sorry, Lulu is not in play in this game.
That's fair. Okay.
So technically, I have to shuffle because it's a shuffle effect.
Yes.
The artwork on that Chaos Warp is so good.
Right.
I like the new one too.
Oh, new Chaos Warp.
Both so good.
The Foglio Chaos Warp. Oh, I have to
It is
pick up.
not a creature. It is a strip mine. So my Return of the Wild Speaker will fizzle.
All right. That's what you get for whacking me for 60.
Seems like a reasonable response. Absolutely. So then I will untap and draw. I'll play this Homeward Path.
I'm glad I didn't have to Shameless Charlatan to get my own Dramoka.
You could get it later.
I could get it later.
Your own Dramoka that already has 6 counters on it.
That's
too.
true.
I guess I did not need that. I will use my Dragon Orb and play this Scale Lord Reckoner.
Hey EK.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, and Nick's here. Hey Plaidclad.
I believe
What's the Reckoner do there, Dana?
whenever a dragon I control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, I destroy a non-land permanent that player controls.
Gotcha.
There you go. Karma on a dragon.
So
Yeah.
don't turn Wyll into a copy of that.
I mean, that's up to you. I'm not your mom. I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
That's fair.
I will pass turn.
All right.
EK, do you not really play Chaos Warp a lot? I still really like Chaos Warp.
I
I still do too. I've seen people talking about I still think it's great.
I still run it.
It's my go-to.
Absolutely.
I mean, it hits any
If-
permanent
it-
type.
If you're routinely getting burned by Chaos Warp, you need to just pick better targets for your Chaos Warp.
What else are you doing in red to remove enchantments?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Well,
the
there's that
problem.
new Wild Surge.
Yeah.
Is it the double red one?
But Wild Surge is like you guarantee the person's gonna get something off of it.
Right. Exactly. I
Like
prefer
one of
the
the 3
Chaos Warp
times Chaos Warp should be hitting the land.
Yeah.
And then 1 out of 3 probably an instant or sorcery they can't use.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then 1 out of 100 times it gets the same card you removed.
Yeah, and that's
then-
funny too.
And you go, all right,
Yeah.
well, that Cathar's Crusade
Yeah.
that was killing me is, well, it's still killing me now.
Okay. We want to do fun things. So, what does that mean?
Jacobo said, Chaos Warped a creature and to turn it into a Gisela. Ooh, that's a good one. Was it the Gisela that turned into Brazella later? Full evolution.
Let's do 4 mana, and we will cast this really sweet artwork of Wand of Wonder.
Nice.
I
Wand
have
of
not
Wonder.
gotten to play it, but that's a sweet card.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
pay 4 and tap it to roll a d20, and each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card, then shuffle the rest into their library. I may cast up to X instant or sorcery spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. And with the dice roll on a 1 through 9, I get to cast 1 of them. On 10 through 19, I get to cast 2 of them. And on a 20, I get to cast all 3 of them. And since casting them is part of the resolution of the ability, it does get around timing restrictions, so I'm not going to do it on my own turn.
All right.
And I'm just am I just gonna pass? I don't want to spend mana to swing it, Andy. How big is your dragon, Dana?
Is a 7/7 currently.
Meow.
Oh, sorry, a 6/6.
6/6. Okay. Move to combat, swing my 7/7 commander at you, Dana.
This feels like a trap.
7 commander here.
Spike
And
the trap.
what does the commander do on hit? Does it have any abilities?
No
there?
abilities on hit. I could Shameless Charlatan, pay 3 mana, turn it into a creature. I haven't looked to see if there's anything big enough to actually like do commander damage or anything. If I target your dragon, obviously your dragon will just destroy Wyll.
I'm going to sacrifice a treasure,
Sure.
and use 2 mana, and cast Invigorating Surge on my dragon.
What does that
I'll
one
put a
do?
+1 counter on it,
Okay.
which will be 2 +1 counters, and then I will double the number of counters on it.
Whoa!
Ooh.
And I will then declare it as a blocker.
Spicy.
I like it.
Then I will. I guess it's really big, so it's not like I'm about to make Wyll big enough to survive this, but since Will's on the battlefield right now, I get to roll 2 dice, so I'm going to activate my Wand of Wonder for 4 mana.
Okay.
So each player is going to exile cards from the top of their library until they reveal an instant or a sorcery.
You get a Farseek off the top for me.
You're
Wonderful.
getting an abrade from me.
You have a split decision from me, a will of the council. It's each player votes for denial or duplication. One counters a spell, and the other one lets you copy a spell.
Oh, okay. So then I will roll 2d20
If the
to
vote-
see.
I'm gonna have to shuffle since I revealed a non-instant or sorcery card.
I do too. Yep, my planes will get shuffled back in.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 and a 3, so I'm only going to get to cast one of them. I guess I can't copy a spell because I don't have any spells on the stack. A braid to destroy an artifact isn't really going to do much for me here, so I guess I'm just going to Farseek. Farseek, put a counter on Wyll.
Does the spell go in the graveyard after you cast it, or is it exiled?
After it's cast, it should go in a graveyard.
Usually it's in the graveyard,
but
but you
exile
never know.
won't remain exiled.
when you it doesn't say otherwise, so yeah, it would just go to the graveyard.
Okay.
All right.
So then you block Wyll, correct?
Yes.
All right, so then Wyll dies. And I'm going to search for a non-forest and put it on the battlefield. I think that's just going to be Steam Vents.
And I think, Chris, you have the Bucknard's Purse too. If you
Yes.
I've got,
I forgot
I've
to.
got
Oh, yep,
Bucky.
you got it. Okay.
And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. Untap and draw. I will play this island. And then I'm going to pay 6. I'm going to play Tivit, Seller of Secrets. Flying Ward 3, 6/6. And then when it enters, we're all going to vote for bribery or evidence. For bribery, I get a treasure, and for evidence, I get a clue. And I vote twice, so I am going to choose bribery twice to get myself 2 treasures.
All right,
And
I'm
then-
going to choose evidence. So you're going to
Yes.
have a clue.
Okay.
I will also give you a clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evidence.
All right. And then after that, I have 2 mana. I will just pass my turn.
Okay. Untap with Bucky's Purse here. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to play Command Tower and make another Kata Beast. Then I'm going to pay 1 and I'm going to tap Bucky's Purse here. I don't have a D4 handy, but I have a D8. So I'm going to go
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Okay, so 7. So
Oh,
that's
That's the
four-
best one.
Nice.
That's the
And
good
now-
number.
Now I have Bucknard's Purse.
Yeah,
right.
so Andy, that'll go to you. I'll make
All right.
4 treasures. Which is really
I've already learned in this deck I need to play Homeward Path so I can keep getting my Bucknards back.
Oh, yeah, wait, isn't it creatures? I didn't
Just
think it was
creatures for
Oh,
path.
Yeah,
okay.
so
Yeah, Dana has one out, so.
I do.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna pay 5 for this Rain of Riches, which is gonna make me 2 more treasures. So I'm gonna end up with 6. So this is, when it enters, I make 2 treasures, and then the first spell that I cast each turn with mana from a treasure has Cascade.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm then immediately going to spend 3 treasures, and I'm gonna cast this Seize the Spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to have Cascade. So I'm going to Cascade before we do anything with it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to reveal the top of my library until I hit a mana value less. And cast it. Grasp of Fate is 3, so that won't do. Greaves.
There you go.
Get some booties.
Nice.
All right. So Seize the Spotlight says each opponent chooses Fame or Fortune. For each player who chose Fame, gain control of a creature they control until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. For each player who chooses Fortune, I draw a card and make a treasure. So Dana, starting with you.
I'm gonna choose. Ugh, gross. I'm gonna choose
This is
fortune.
Yeah.
hard.
All right. If Dana's choosing Fortune, I'm choosing Fame. You can have my Djinn Windseer for a turn.
Okay.
I am also choosing Fortune.
Okay, so I'm going to make 2 treasures going back up to 5 and draw 2 cards. And I'll take the Djinn.
Yes, flying 3/3.
Fantastic. So it's a flying 3/3. Does it do its thing on attack or just ETB?
Only on ETB.
Okay, so it is just a 3/3 current.
Yep. Good old commons from AFR. They're going to really shake up the Commander world.
All right, I'm going to go down to 3 treasures, and I'm going to cast this Arcane Signet. Then I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to run this Djinn into Dana's Dragon.
I will. It's a 3/3, right?
It is.
Yes.
I will block that Jin.
All right. So
Sad.
it's gonna die.
Sadness
Hey,
on
Kyle.
this deck.
I almost also built Dana's Reiki deck, and then I realized I had a legendary creature deck, and I was in blue-white, and I was like, I don't know if I can do all legendary creature decks now.
Post combat, I'm going to pay 2 mana, and I'm going to cast this Black Blade Reforged.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Spellbook version.
Yeah, the fancy spellbook version. And I'm going to pass the turn from there.
All right. We'll draw a card. Oh, let's see. Well, I mean, I might as well paint a bigger target on myself, right?
Seems fine. It's working out for you so far. It's the
I will
beginning
drop
of
this-
turn 7. It's time to do threats.
This old Gnawbones
Oh, no bones. Oh.
who has hexproof until my next turn.
Aha.
Jade Orb.
Yes.
I think, as I called it last night, it's oh hell nah bones.
Oh, hell no. Bone.
And I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing at Coil since he's at 40.
Yep. How big is that dragon?
It's going to hit for 14.
14. I'll go to 26.
Oh my God.
I am going to make 14 treasures since everyone's making treasures.
Oh my gosh.
No kidding.
It's supposed to
Thank
be a
you.
maximum of 4 per turn, Dana. What's going on?
Then what other nonsense is happening here? There's a lot of it. To avoid getting just brutally punched back here, I am going to then I'm gonna crack 5 of these. Go to 9. And I'm gonna cast Damning Verdict. Destroy all creatures with no counters on them.
Ugh.
There go my 2 cats.
Yep.
Yeah. Goodbye to my cards.
Yep.
And that is going to be it for me. I will pass the turn.
Ah,
All right, untap and draw. Oh, that is not the card I wanted to see right now. Okay, 6 mana, lots of dragons. Not a whole lot I can do for 6 mana, unfortunately. So, in that case, we can hold up Wand of Wonder mana. Is there anything I can do for 2? Let's just present a threat for 2. That sounds fun. So for 2 mana, we'll cast Blighted Agent, one of my win conditions.
Okay.
Because I can turn Wyll into it.
And then you turn him
That's
into
right.
a copy of him.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
That's
awesome.
But then after that, I'm going to pass the turn.
All right.
Hey, Wildheart, thank you for the follow.
And I will draw. I will play this. Well,
I'm going to hit Andy's Expropriate with this Wand of Wonder. I know. It's going to be lit. It's going to be
That's
awesome.
the dream, right?
That's the dream.
I'm going to pay 8. I'm going to play Tivit back out.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to choose 2 bribery counters again for myself.
All right. I'm going to choose evidence so you can have another clue.
4.
I had meant to leave my homeward path untapped, and of course didn't. Yeah, I will give you evidence again.
Okay. That's another clue.
I think we need. I think we need a little bit of help. I'm gonna give you that treasure token there, Andy.
All right. Not sure if it's going to do much.
Yeah, I mean, better than the clue probably. Would you rather have a clue? I'll give you a clue.
No. I'm not sure.
Gotta get that Academy manufacturer out there. That way, people's votes don't matter.
I know.
Right? Yeah.
Gonna play a drowned catacomb, but it's gonna come in tapped because I don't have swamp. I am going to actually just pass here.
Do you have an island, though? If you've got an island, it comes in.
Oh, I do. You're right. It comes in untapped, but it still doesn't change anything there.
Well,
Right.
even with 1 extra mana, you don't want to equip your Swifties or anything?
No, I think I'd rather draw clues because I get double the cards. With
Oh,
well, I
that's
guess I'll
totally
do one
fair.
of the clues right now because it does need to be. Oh no, it can be instance because it's just
anytime.
one on your draw step. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this up because I
No,
think I might.
That's a
need to
good
be
call.
drawing
I didn't
cards.
see that. That's a good call.
Yeah.
I am going to draw. Okay, I am going to pop a treasure and go
To go for.
1.
Oh
2,
yeah, you
3,
have
4.
the purse too, Andy. I forgot about that.
I do, and that costs 4 to
It
activate.
costs 1 mana to
One,
activate,
just
and
one.
you get 1
Oh,
to
what?
4. You get 1 to 4 treasures by.
So I
activating
replace
it.
my treasure no matter what.
No matter what.
Yep.
Okay.
So I popped a treasure to cast Baeloth Barrityl.
Yeah.
It's the first spell that I use treasure mana to cast, so I'm going to cast
Cascade.
8.
Yeah,
With
it's
it?
a big one.
Yeah, and it's just going to hit a Felwar stone.
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay. I mean, it's ramp.
Look, it's free real estate.
For you.
You have enough mana to equip that Black Blade?
I do, yes.
That's cool.
And now our creatures are all goaded, correct?
No.
So first we're going to get a Noble Heritage trigger with my commander entering the battlefield. So everybody may put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature they control. If they do, I have protection from them until my next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
That sounds fantastic. That's terrifying for you guys.
Dana, nothing.
I will pass. I think my boys are swole enough at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. I'm then going to tap 3, and I'm going to equip this Black Blade.
Now all of our stuff's goaded. Anything with less power than Bear.
Right.
Gotcha.
So right now power is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So anything power 9 or less.
So Dana, you're safe.
Goated.
As I planned.
Are either of your creatures goated?
I think just Gnawbone is
Goblins is a 9, so he would be goaded.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move the Greaves over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Makes sense.
I'm going to play a land for turn because I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose the mode on Felidar Retreat to get a +1/+1 counter.
And
So now
Vigilance,
everything power 11 or less is goaded. Because I went from power.
Does that landfall trigger also grant vigilance till end of turn?
It does, yes.
Nice.
That's really good.
Okay. So this is my swole count. I'll keep track of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 power. So currently everything 11 or less.
And it's
is
got
goaded.
16 toughness, right? It's got 4 more toughness than power.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Or
Big
sorry,
butt.
3 more.
Only
power,
3.
so
Okay,
it's
so 15.
15. Yeah, so it's a
Oh my
12, 15
Nice.
right now. Haste vigilance at the moment. I think is pretty okay.
Those are good keywords to have. Yeah.
Yeah, for real, for real. Okay, I am going to move to combat.
It also has protection from me and Andy, right?
No, I have protection. I,
Oh.
as the player, have
Okay.
protection.
Not your so your permanents don't get protection.
That's right.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So as a player, I have protection from you. So you can't target me with spells. You can't damage me with spells or creatures.
Gotcha.
Nothing like that. Can't enchant me if you want to curse me.
Right.
All right.
Curses.
I'll move to combat and Dana, how many cards in hand? Because you got what, 4 treasures over there?
I have 3 cards in hand.
And 4 treasures. Okay. So maybe it's not worth just.
And I have 9 treasures, technically.
9 treasures. Okay. All right. Cool.
I also have 3 cards.
Okay. Andy, we're gonna swing at the only person who's still at 40 right now.
Yeah. How much is it?
So it's 12 power currently.
Yeah, I'm not blocking.
Okay.
You know, we talk about people who are still at 40, but everyone's getting hit for teens of damage every single time.
Yeah, the punches are big right now.
Yeah, they are.
Definitely.
This is right around the turns that we usually see the games ending. So
Yeah. All right. So I have 3 mana up, 1 treasure, and 2 lands. 3 cards in hand, and I'll pass the turn.
Before the end of your turn, I am going to sacrifice 4 treasures. And I'm going to hit the Black Blade with Ruinous Intrusion.
Ooh, okay.
So
you're gonna get
exile target artifact or enchantment, and I put X counters on target creature I control, where X is a mana value of the permanent exiled this way.
You're gonna get 2, technically 3.
So many cards I didn't know exist.
But that should change the goad.
Yes. So my
statistics.
soul's going to go down to 5 power right now. So everything 4 or less is good.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's I believe my creature.
Yeah. Well, I have I have protection from
Yes.
Mike and Andy right now anyway. So pretty alright.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to use all 5 of these treasures to play Unnatural Growth.
What's that
Double the
one?
power.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
That's beefy. Those are huge.
So I will move to combat.
You know what? With that on the stack, hold on.
I felt like someone might have a response.
Well, I want to pay 2. I'm going to crack one of these clues, and I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
If I have something, now's the time, right?
Now's the time.
Yeah, that I think that Wand of Wonder might be saying, "Hey,
Should I do it? Should I do it with the spell on the stack just in case I hit a counter spell or something?
I don't. I have a Narset's Reversal, but that doesn't do it to that. I don't think I have Counterspell because I don't. I like the funky ones, so I don't know if it would. I have.
Because otherwise I can use a removal spell if
Sure.
Dana doesn't, or if Dana swings at me, I use your move spell. Otherwise, I don't have to, right? I don't have to use the wand.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get an answer there, and if I use my last 2 treasures, I won't be able to actually cast the spell. So I didn't
I'll
get anything.
I'll wait, Dana. If you swing something at me, I will attempt to do something completely random.
Well, I am. I'm going to swing the Scale Lord Reckoner. At let's see here. Yeah, I will swing the Scale Lord Reckoner at Chris, and I'm going to swing Old Gnawbones at Andy, and I will pay my 2.
Okay.
Okay. So
And
that's
they're
a
doubled their
28 power
powers?
creature. coming
So
at
first,
me.
yeah. So they will both. So the Scale Lord Reckoner is a 28, and Old Gnawbones is a 26.
I guess with that trigger on the stack,
Okay.
I'll activate the Wand of Wonder because I think are they already out of Blasphemous Act range? Gnawbones not yet until the counters are doubled, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll activate the wand with that trigger on the stack just in case a Blasphemous Act comes
So we
out.
reveal till we get an instant or sorcery.
Instant or sorcery, and I'll
You got
roll.
a Kodama's Reach from me off the top.
Illusion of choice. You choose how each player votes and draw a card.
An unbreakable formation from me. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
Okay, let's roll a d20 and see how many I get to cast. I rolled a 17, which means I get to cast 2 of them. So I'm casting that Kodama's Reach for sure, because that's the best spell out of all of them. And I think I'm going to cast the one that decides how people vote because I get to draw a card.
You do draw a card off
Yeah.
of it. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll search for 2 basics, 1 in hand, 1 on the battlefield, and then I'll draw a card after that. But yeah, that's going to be it. So
I have no blocks.
I mean, I'm gonna block. Yeah, I'll block.
Sorry. Before we get to that, we get to that point,
Yes.
I am going to cast Akroma's Will.
Oh.
I really like Akroma's Will. It is in my hand right now.
yeah, that's a good card.
Okay.
And give my creatures protection and indestructible and lifelink.
All right. I'm gonna activate Bucknard's Purse.
Yes, give me
Sure.
the purse
Oh
back.
yeah.
Can you roll me a D4, Mike?
Absolutely, I can. And you got a 4.
All right. So you
there
take
you
the
go.
purse. I'm gonna get more treasures.
And you have
Um,
clues to crack.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 of these. I'm gonna crack a clue, and I'm gonna draw 2 cards. 1, 2. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go to 1 treasure.
And I guess technically I get a Dramoka trigger for. Or no, I don't. I don't have Dramoka out, so let's ignore that.
I will draw 2 more. 1, 2. And with that on the stack, we'll use this treasure to swords the Old Gnawbones.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey, that's a lot of life.
Oh.
yeah.
Ooh.
I'm still gonna be Rip.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no.
That's me gone.
Okay. And Dana gains a ton of life off that swing.
Yes.
Yeah. 62.
And off the swords.
I will destroy your Fairy's Aegis Insight because you targeted a creature of mine.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. All right,
Does
the insight did work.
Does it have to be something that
It did.
that player owns? Yeah. Okay.
You know, I am not sure.
Just in case you wanted to target someone else's stuff. I don't
And
know.
opponent controls.
Okay.
I still think that's probably the best choice.
That's fair.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, so I Chris blew up.
Yes, I am Rip.
I did not
That's
get
been
my
that, y'all.
I did not get my gazillion treasures though.
That's
Which is
true.
really, really too bad.
It changes things up. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been disgusting.
Yeah.
Dragons and their treasures.
Yeah. That's gonna be it for me. I think I did more than enough. I will pass the turn.
All right. Untap.
My deck has done its thing. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah,
I
it
love
definitely
that.
did.
How many times have you played this so far? Has it
This
worked
is
out?
the second game.
Oh, second game. Okay.
Yep.
Play a mountain.
I hope it plays this consistently every time because this is great. It's doing exactly what it sounds like it was built to do.
Getting
I have
Dramoka out and
2
back
dragon
makes
decks,
so
and neither of them have red in them. I have a Demir dragon deck now and a Selesnya dragon deck.
And you're such a hipster.
I know. It's an affectation, yes, I know.
Let's do 4 mana to cast my commander, Wyll.
All right.
But not Wyll from Stranger Things. This is different Wyll. Better Wyll, if you will.
Wyll with a Y.
It's true. Okay, so I can get a max.
Well, that Wyll card is actually I put against that deck. That's a really decent commander.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Which color is Wyll again?
The black-white one.
Black
Yeah.
white.
Mm-hmm.
That makes clues whenever he ETB or leaves or enters.
Yeah.
Oh, the in Magic version is Warnog, right? I'm running that in here
Yeah.
to make
I
clues.
don't know.
Yeah,
In Magic, I have no idea.
He's super cool to blink. Like, you get a ton
Oh,
of
yeah.
tokens from it.
I figured that with Displacer Kitten seemed really fun.
Do
Yeah,
that. Do
absolutely.
add blue to that deck or something with your friends forever, and then put that Candlekeep Sage enchantment every time it leaves or enters. Draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And you get so much card draw. Okay, I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna declare Blighted Agent as an attacker at Dana.
Oh, and let's see, this Scribbler's Reckoner is tapped. Yeah, I'm gonna take the. Is it 2 damage? Is it 2/1?
It's a 1/1 with 2 +1/+1 counters. So you'll take 3
3
infect,
infect. All right.
Yes.
oh,
which is super exciting. And then I will pass the turn after that.
all right. Untap, draw. I will play this Shipwreck Marsh untapped because I control 2 or more other lands. I'm gonna pay. Do I have anything there? I'm gonna pay 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. I'll do it this. Yeah, either one is 5 this way. And I will play. Yeah, 5 mana. And I'm going to play out a Lieutenants of the Guard. So when they enter, we each vote strength or numbers. I put a +1/+1 counter on it for each strength vote, and I make a 1/1 white soldier for each numbers vote. So I am going to vote myself 2 times for strength, so I can put 2 +1/+1 counters on Tivit, which would make it a 10/10 right now.
I will vote for numbers.
Okay.
I guess I'll vote for numbers too.
Okay, so I will get 2 soldiers. And then I will...
Where's the purse currently?
The purse is with Mike.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Because
And
it
then
doesn't
after-
say sorcery speed only, which I'm reading and learning all of these dice rolling cards this game.
I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 cards here, so I will. Ugh, dragon is just so big.
It's a
I will
big
pass.
dragon.
All right.
And these are just soldiers.
This is the beginning of turn 9. We are most definitely well into the danger zone.
Hey, I can attest how far into the danger zone we
Yeah,
are.
yeah, it's very true.
It felt like it started early. That Dramoka was so big so fast.
Yes,
And
yes, it was.
that was on like turn 5. I got
Yeah.
for 6.
I mean, Dramoka's big again because I get the counter off the Jade Orb, which is 2,
Yeah.
and I get the Noble Heritage, which is 3. So
Yeah.
Dramoka's up to 5 again.
It starts so fast.
And then that Noble Heritage trigger is going to trigger for both Mike and Andy as well.
Oh, I am going to.
Yes.
I'm going to choose to not take that.
How big is the? Oh, you know what? That skill or reckoner just doubles, so it doesn't matter, right?
On attack, yeah.
Yeah,
it
I
should
guess
one shot.
I'm not gonna take it either.
All right, I am going to move to combat, and I'm gonna swing at Mike with the Scale Lord Reckoner, and the counters will have to go on Dramoka and the Dramoka trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But the Scale Lord Reckoner is swinging in. She is a 28/28.
Yeah, I will, with 1 mana, activate my Bucknard's Everfull Purse. And we will roll 2d4, and I rolled a 4 and a 4. So I'm going to make 4 treasures. So that's
Nice.
pretty cool.
I think it's been
like
hitting
that this
pretty
game has
pretty hard
been
for everybody.
Dana attacks, everybody flails.
And Dana, you get a Bucknard's Everfull Purse now.
Excellent.
And I get to put a +1/+1 counter on Wyll. And then I get to use 3 of the... Oh, I got to use 4 of them. Yeah, that's fine. I'll use 4 of them to activate Wand of Wonder.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll 2 d20s.
Capital punishment.
And a generous gift.
Hey, that's pretty cool. And I rolled a 5 and a 4, so I'm only going to get to choose 1. What does capital punishment do, Andy?
You vote for death or taxes. Each opponent sacks a creature for death and discards a card if taxes wins. Oh no, it's sacks a creature for each death vote and discards a card for each taxes vote.
And that's each player or only opponents?
Each opponent sacks a
Okay.
creature for those.
So I can at least get 1.
Well, I get 2 votes.
Right, you get 2 votes. So you could choose to either discard 2 cards or sacrifice 2. Well, and you guess you have tokens. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Andy's spell, Capital Punishment, and I get to start, and I'm gonna choose Death, right? Because that's the one that makes people sacrifice creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll choose Death.
And I'm going to choose death, and then I'm also going to choose taxes because you do get to split them.
Nice.
So we'll lose 2 creatures. What's the other? What's the second option?
We sack a creature, or each of Mike's opponents are going to discard a card, and we do it for each of the votes. So right now
I'm losing 2 creatures regardless, so I might as well also choose the death.
Yeah,
okay.
Makes sense.
So we sack, Dana, you and I sack 2 creatures, and then we discard 2 cards.
It's 3 creatures. You're going to sack 3 creatures and discard a card. Right?
Only 2 creatures and 2 cards. Because I voted death, Andy voted death and taxes. Oh no, yeah, it is right. You're right. 3 creatures, 1 card. 3 creatures, 1 card.
3 creatures, one card.
Wait. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I put an extra 1/1 counter on Wyll, because it did roll a second die there.
That was a pretty spicy hit because the generous gift
nice.
would have made you
Have
lose a
to-
permanent as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was very cool.
I'm gonna use a purse here for the end of the turn. If someone could roll a 1d4 for me.
So that purse, when it enters under your control, doesn't untap, and I do have to tap it to give it to you.
Then I will not do that.
That's why I waited until your turn, because I started reading my cards.
Then that's then that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Then I will untap.
So, Chris, how many commanders with background decks did you end up putting together? Is it just the modular one, or have you built a few others?
So I did a few brews just showing off what backgrounds can do.
Mhm.
I made a few brews where I took partner commanders and put backgrounds in the 99. Because
Okay.
backgrounds double up for
Yeah.
each commander
Yep.
creature you control. So there's some really spicy things that you can do with that. But this is the first deck that I've built with backgrounds in the command zone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're more interesting than I originally gave them credit for. But the fact that you can still only do 2 color combinations with them is really limiting.
Sure. I've enjoyed playing with Durnan of the Yawning Portal from the actual red-green, the Exit from Exile deck.
Mhm.
And then I learned from listening to the Vorthos cast that Durnan is from Waterdeep, and not Baldur's Gate. I did not know.
Yeah.
He is
That
the
precon deck is really spicy too. It plays really well out of the box.
Really, really well out of the box.
Mhm. I just did a tune-up for the Mind Flayers.
Yeah.
profile,
Yeah.
and I was really impressed by just the base out-of-the-box build from that deck. For a tribe like Horrors
Oh,
to have enough support to get a precon for it without having to like scrape the bottom of the barrel for cards
Yeah.
to include or
Mhm.
creatures to include. Really impressed. I liked it a lot.
I do like the mill strategy they leaned into. I don't think it feels bad. I think it feels right for what a Mind Flayer does.
Yes, absolutely. All about sucking on people's brains.
Sucking on
Absolutely.
damn brains. Okay, I'm gonna move to combat.
All right.
I'm gonna swing Blighted Agent at Dana.
That seems reasonable. I'm
Yes.
gonna say, is it 3 again?
Yes, you'll be at 6 infect.
Hi, Zach.
Yes.
Main phase 2. I'm gonna pay 5 mana, and I'm gonna cast Deck of Many Things.
Ooh, love it.
All right.
So I can pay 2 and tap it and roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in my hand, which is currently 4. And if I roll below a 0, I have to discard my hand. But on a 1 to 9, I return a card at random from my graveyard to my hand. On 10 through 19, I draw 2 cards. And on a 20, I put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under my control. And when that creature dies, its owner loses the game.
What?
Yeah, for real.
No one knows about the 20 on this Deck of Many Things, but that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, I'm going to flash in Archivist of Ogma. You didn't search, Mike. It was the first time you didn't search off someone's the wand there. So
Oh, that's true. I kept up the mana to do it again.
yeah. Maybe you'll get another Kadamas Reach or something.
That'd be
similar.
wonderful.
All right. I'm going to draw. And I'm going to play a Bajuka Bog exiling Dana's graveyard. And then I'm going to pay 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play Coercive Portal. So at the beginning of my upkeep, starting with me, each player votes for Carnage or Homage. If Carnage gets more votes, I sack this and I destroy all non-land permanents. If Homage gets more votes or is tied for the most votes, I draw a card.
Nice.
And then I will move to combat. And Mike, I'm going to swing at you for 10 in the air. With Ward 3.
Yes. I will declare no blocks.
Okay,
10.
it's 10.
I got
And
a
then after
6.
that, I will just pass my turn.
Sorry, did you get
All right.
the Tivit trigger from that?
This is at the beginning of the upkeep. Wait.
Or deals combat damage to a player?
Oh my gosh, we vote again. I'm sorry. We all vote for treasure or clues, investigation or evidence, and yeah. I'm gonna vote for myself to get 2 treasures, and then you guys get to vote now for a treasure or clues.
Yeesh. I'm gonna go with Clue again.
Okay.
The evidence states that I'll be voting for evidence.
Okay. And then I pass. Thanks, Chris. Reading the commander explains the commander.
I did a tune-up of that precon as well, and
Mhm.
when I read the commander, I was like, you could do this every turn.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I will use the purse that I just untapped. If
Yes.
someone could throw me
Yes,
a 1d4.
I will throw you a d4. You got a 2.
2 treasures. I will take them.
And now
I have a
Andy, you
purse.
control the
I am-
purse.
I am mana up.
That's right.
All right. Do 1, 2, 3, and I might as well use those treasures. And I'm going to play this Mari's Wake.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Heck yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to play this Destructor Dragon.
What's that one do?
When it dies, I destroy a non-land permanent.
Okay.
And it was going to get 2 counters.
No,
from
you
the,
a non-creature, you can hit a land.
Oh, that's right. Non-creature. There we go. So it comes and plays 2 counters on it. What is currently a 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
That includes the
But it doesn't have
Mari's
haste.
Wake anthem.
Yeah, with the Mari's Wake. Yeah.
Nice.
But that is all I can do. So I'm going to have to pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to do the Wand of Wonders, because that sounds like the most fun thing. That sounds more fun than the Deck of Many Things.
You have a plea for power from me. This one is: we each vote for time or knowledge. If you get vote, you get an extra turn, or for time, and knowledge is you draw 3 cards.
And you got a rampant growth from me. So
Right.
if you want to continue to just ramp off of me,
I can with my dice rolls of a 5 and 7, I can only do one of them, and I will cast Andy's spell.
Okay, what are you voting for, Mike? Time, or are you voting for knowledge?
I mean, I'll vote for time. Why not? Let's see.
I'm gonna give you 2 knowledge votes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I will also vote for knowledge.
All right, so I get to draw 3 cards.
You draw 3 cards.
I get to put a +1/+1 counter on Wyll as well. Hey, drawing 3 cards. That's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pay 4, draw 3. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that worked out okay.
All right. now we'll
That worst
untap.
case scenario was just fine.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Untap, and we draw for turn. Man, if only I had like some proliferate. That would be cool. Because then I wouldn't have to swing more than one more time at Dana. And Andy, you have a lot of mana up over there.
I have 6 mana. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do land for turn as training center.
The thing I like about the backgrounds is once they're out, I feel like they're not being targeted for removal, which is
Yeah, I don't think
Just-
they are.
value. It's great.
Last night I had my criminal past removed 3 times.
You cannot be a criminal. They were trying to say you were a good person.
They were trying to reform me, absolutely.
Yes.
But the fact that criminal past gives evasion and a sizable power boost, it
Mhm.
was definitely one of those high priority removal targets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think, and we preach having enchantment removal because artifact removal is pretty aplenty. And the backgrounds is like more of a reason to have 1 or 2 in your deck at
Mhm.
least. Just
Mhm.
to have an option to get rid of it.
Absolutely.
I am going to tap 2 mana to activate my Deck of Many Things. So
All right.
this roll 2d20. Again, 1 through 9 is return a card from my graveyard to my hand, which is currently only a Dijin Windseer. 1 through 9 to...
You're
or sorry.
welcome.
Yes. A 10 through 19 to draw 2 cards, or a 20 to return a creature, and if they die, the owner loses the game. So I rolled a 19.
Oof.
So we're gonna draw 2 cards, and then put a +1/+1 counter on Wyll.
I love cards like this that just have the potential alternate win cons or the alternate loss conditions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially this one that like you really need to work for too. Like
Right.
in order to get that 20, you need no cards in hand, and you need to roll really well. Like I like that a lot.
All right, Pace.
And the creature then needs to die.
Right. You gotta have some way to sack it or whatever.
Yeah, sack outlet of some sort. Or...
And your opponents need to have a creature in the graveyard
Yes.
too. Like I mean, like there are a lot of hoops to jump through.
I'll pay 3 mana for a Scion of Stygia. It's a 2/1 with flash. Says when it enters the battlefield, choose target creature an opponent controls, then roll a d20. 1 through 9, tap that creature. 10 through 20, tap that creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Is there anything weird about targeting your creature right now, Dana?
I don't know when it dies. I blow up non-permanent or non-creature permanent, but no.
Okay. I'm just gonna target Andy, your one untapped creature.
Okay.
And then we'll roll a d20 twice because I have Wyll. And an 8 and a 4, so it's just gonna tap. It will untap during the next untap step. But it gets
Archivist of Ogma is tapped.
Let's put a +1/+1 counter on Wyll. Blade of Frontiers.
Someone search your library quick. Don't make me wrong. I felt like this card would draw a card in every game. Don't make me wrong on my first playthrough with it.
I am going to... Ugh.
Thanks for lurking, Mr. Betters.
I am going to move to combat.
Combat's moved too.
I'm going to declare both of these creatures as attackers at... Oh, if I do both of them at Andy, I still have to pay Ghostly Prison mana.
You do. 4 mana.
And Dana's got how much infect right now?
I think 6, I remember, right?
Yeah,
six.
you do have 6. I mean, I could kill Dana right now. I just don't know if that helps me, is the problem. By turning Wyll into a copy of Blighted Agent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. What a shameless charlatan Wyll is.
Right.
No shame, no.
No shame.
No shame at all. I think I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm not going to swing. I don't think I have the win if I do, and I have a good chance I have a loss if I do, actually. So I'm just going to pass.
Okay, I'm gonna pay 4. I'm gonna crack 2 clues.
Okay. I do have 8 cards in hand, but I have a Reliquary Tower, so I will not be discarding.
Okay. Untap. And I will draw for turn.
You have an upkeep trigger, right?
Oh, I do. Here, I won't have that. Okay, so we each vote for Carnage or Homage. I'm gonna put 2 votes on Carnage.
Well, I guess...
Or, I'm sorry, on Homage.
Can you tell me what it does before you vote, just in case I have a response?
Yeah, if Carnage wins, we destroy all non-land permanents. If Homage wins, I draw a card. And I would like to draw a card. So
what about a tie?
A tie is also draw a card. If Homage gets more votes or the vote is tied, I draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm going to put 2 on Homage.
So you'll draw a card regardless, because even if the other 2 vote for Carnage, it's tied.
So I will draw. And then I draw for turn. Okay. I will play this Shattered Sanctum, untapped, because I have 2 or more other lands. I am going to pay 2 mana, 1 and 2. I'm going to play Grudge Keeper. Whenever players finish voting, each opponent who did not vote for the choice I voted for loses 2 life.
Oh, nice.
I am going to equip Swiftfoot Boots to Tivit. And then I would like to move to combat.
Yep.
Stupid dragon Dana has. That silly dragon. I guess this has hexproof, so you can't choose Tivit. Oh, it's non-creature anyway.
Right, yeah.
It'll be the Ghostly Prison, I'm assuming. If Tivit has to deal damage to a player, though, for this to happen. And I don't have a way to give evasion. But I guess... I guess I have to get rid of it, right? Otherwise, things. So, Dana, I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing 10 Tivit damage at you.
I'm gonna take that 10.
All right, we're voting. I'm going to vote for myself to get 2 more treasures.
I'm gonna vote for a clue.
I'll vote
Okay.
for a treasure so I don't take 2 damage.
Okay.
Because I'm only at 16 life, not
Right.
at 52.
Okay, Dana, you take 2 because you did not
I did.
vote for
Yep.
the same thing as me, and then I'm gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll leave that one up. I'm gonna play Shimmer Dragon.
Nice.
Oh, that's good with a lot of those tokens.
It sure is.
I guess with Shimmer Dragon on the stack, I'll do my Wand of Wonder.
Okay.
Just in case. Who knows?
Tezzeret, Plains. Ah, fuck. It's expropriate.
Hey, it's an expropriate.
What?
Oh,
An inspiring call from me, but I feel like it's not gonna matter.
Well, if I get to cast both, that would be great. Which I do. I do get to cast both.
You got a, what is it, a 20?
I got a
Or is-
19. A 19.
19.
Yeah, otherwise I get to cast all 3, which there isn't 3 things to cast, but
Okay.
so I'm going to cast Expropriate and I'm going to cast Inspiring Call. Inspiring Call will allow me to draw 2 cards, and these 2
Well,
creatures
I
will
guess
get...
with those being on the stack,
Sure.
I can draw a card, so I gotta get a counterspell now. I'm gonna tap Coercive Portal and one of these clues to draw a card.
Sure.
I'm gonna tap these 2 other clues to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
The dream right now is drawing into Narset's reversal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Reversal the expropriate on the stack.
I'm gonna tap the Swiftfoot Boots and 1 treasure, so I won't be able to sack that treasure. And I'm gonna draw a card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap 2 more treasure to draw a card.
2 untapped treasures.
Yeah, I only have 2 treasure left. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
I don't have a free counterspell or anything, so yeah, that is happening.
Nice. So I get to draw 2 cards from Inspiring Call, right? Because it's for each creature I have with the +1/+1 counter on it.
Yep.
So I get to draw.
And they're indestructible to end a turn.
Yeah, so I'll draw 2 cards, indestructible to end a turn, and we have an Expropriate trigger. I'm going to vote for Time.
I'm gonna vote money twice. Sucks.
I will vote
that
money
hurts
as
when
well.
it's not your spell you're voting for.
Oh.
I'll take Shimmer Dragon.
Well, this is not out yet because you. Did
Oh,
it
that's
with
right.
the
It's
sun.
on the stack. Oh, wait, but then you drew cards.
Oh crap! You're right. Okay, we'll say it's out then. My bad.
Okay. Well, no, we did with. Unless you want to put. Yeah. Okay.
I can.
That's-
I can put the 4 back. None of them are doing anything for me.
I mean,
Or
you'll get.
5, whatever it was.
I guess I won't be able to take Shimmer Dragon. You can still draw those cards afterwards. I don't know.
I mean, I guess I can, depending on what you take.
It's up to you. What do you want to do, Andy? Do you want to say Shimmer Dragon's out or not?
I don't. If you want to do it, because I played out. So if you want to take the Shimmer Dragon, that's totally cool. I don't mind.
I will. Yeah, I'll target Shimmer
If
Dragon.
Dana, you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll target Shimmer Dragon, and I'll target the thing that allows me to get extra stuff when people search their libraries.
Archivist of Akma.
Yeah, I'll take the Archivist.
Okay.
And then from Dana, I will take. Gosh, Hardened Scale seems really, really nice, actually.
You want the ginormous
but
dragon?
But it's about to be your turn, so I
Yeah.
think I'm going to take the ginormous dragon.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You didn't want to take Bucknard's purse?
Did not want to take Bucknard's purse. So I have this big dragon. I've got this Shimmer Dragon, and I've got this dwarf.
You lose 2 life because you didn't vote for what I voted for.
That's true. I do lose 2 life. I go to 14. So I got a dwarf. I got a Shim Dragon. And I got this big chaos. Is it chaos dragon? It's not chaos dragon. It's something dragon.
Destructor dragon.
Destructor dragon. and I get to take an extra turn after this turn.
You will, but I still have second main phase.
Sure.
Yeah, this is on Andy's turns.
Yes.
Well,
it
I guess all that happens, and yeah. So now I'm going to second main phase. I'm gonna pay with these 2 treasures. I'm gonna play a time sieve.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm going to sack 5 artifacts. I'm going to sack Bucknard's Purse, 3 clues, and this Swiftfoot Boots to take an extra turn.
Okay.
That's probably enough. Right?
Well, yeah. Andy's going to be getting a ton of tokens every swing, and is going to be able to punch you, Dana.
I don't know if it's going to be...
It's going to be at least 4 tokens a turn, because Dana's shield's down right now.
Yep.
Oh.
Right.
My dragon's gone.
Because it took hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me play it out, because I think I can. I think I can make it not painful.
Well, Dana will die to commander damage in what, 2-3 turns?
And I have a Disciple of the Vault is what I'm gonna play on my next turn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That would help.
So
if you can do 3 turns, that's gonna kill Mike from the drain.
Yep.
is that
And Dana will die to commander damage.
I will.
Dana will die to commander damage? So I dealt 10. Well, if it's 10, then it's another 10, and then the third turn. And I would sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have one final turn. I could deal. So I think then I can deal 15 to Mike off of the sacks.
Yep.
I'm good to play it out. Mike has mana and stuff.
Just show the Disciple. That's all we need.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
that's
it will
right
be
there.
the Disciple.
Okay, I see
It's
it.
it's the Disciple on my next turn.
Yeah, no, I don't have any responses. All my stuff
Okay.
is there's not a lot. There's not a whole. There's 7 instants in dice rolling. There's not a whole lot.
All right.
That's funny how you managed to take multiple extra turns on top of
The
top of
extra
my-
turn. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe one of these needs to come out of the deck.
I mean, it took you 12 turns to get to that point, though.
It
Yeah,
did.
I mean-
It wasn't early, so. And I
We were
did.
definitely at a point in the game where it had to end.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
great kit.
thank you everyone for joining. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with another.